This article is about Buhari's Biafra and Twitter war. Well, dear Nigerians, as President Buhari openly and clearly stated, it is possible that he did not know anything about the ban of Twitter in Nigeria until Nigerians and the civilized world started hollering. Possibly it was Lai Mohammed and Malam Garba Shehu who ostensibly see themselves and act as the de facto president of Nigeria. Well, it has been said that most times Buhari, before he granted that interview on Arise TV, it's either Garba Shehu says, or Femi Adesina says, or Lai Mohammed. They just give information, without the consent of our dear president. But it has been said that our president is nepotistic in his appointment, in his ruling, and in his governance. Well, that thought out designed and announced the useless and ineffective ban on Twitter, thinking that the multinational organization is part of their conquered Nigeria and Nigerians. Nigeria's history is recording horrible things about the three patriots of Buhari, Lai Mohammed, and Garba Shehu. We shall see. Dr. Chuka Nwosu from Port Harcourt says President Buhari is saddened by Twitter's revoke of the use of its space for display of deep-seated animosity or hate speech. It is Buhari's personal war which should not be used to foreclose others' right of access to or receive of information. Donald Trump gained an unusual notoriety through his belligerent tweet and was similarly sanctioned by Twitter before he would plunge us into a third world war. America now undergoes a rebuilding and healing process. Well, the Igbos might be hypocrites. Where were you when the misguided element called Nnamdi Kanu and his boys are killing security agents, burning critical government institutions? None of you condemned it. Now Buhari said he will teach the criminals in a language they understand first. You are now complaining. Hypocrite. Any child that says his mother will not sleep, he will not sleep also. Well, reacting to this, it is not the indigenous people of Biafra that were, burning government facility or killing or destroying their state. Why will you build a house and still destroy that house? It is impossible. Yes, so many people have been brainwashed and so many propaganda and fallacies have been made for some people, or to misguide some people. They divert the narratives. It is the northern agenda. So what they did is that the whole world knew or knows that it is the northern part that the war or of insurgency has been order of the day. Now, for them to change the narrative, they believe if they can, rent machineries or import machineries into, southeastern part of the country, and just because the indigenous people of Biafra, they have been agitating for a referendum, and they believe, if they give these people chance, they would, divide Nigeria peacefully. For it not to be peaceful, for the agitations not to be peaceful, they needed to destabilize their intentions so that it won't sound as if it's only the northern part that the insurgency is being portrayed. But it's very clear that the northern part of the country is the one destabilizing the economy and destabilizing the security of this country. That is why foreign investors have all moved out of Nigeria. Buhari's war with Twitter has exposed the low esteem of APC-led federal government. They wasted 4 years blaming Goodluck Jonathan, and now they are blaming social media instead of facing governance and lifting over 80 million Nigerians they threw into poverty. The biggest enemy of this government is Buhari himself. Malami, Lai Mohammed, and Garuba Shehu are busy choking the unity of this country. Lest they forget, nothing lasts forever. 8 years is all they have got. Well, the situation in Nigeria under this dispensation can be likened to a polygamist with hatred against one of his wives. When the hatred attains a crescendo, it extends to the kids of the hated wife. Whatever the said kids do or does, no matter how reasonable, would be viewed with same hatred and subjected to maltreatment when the loved wife and kids have swell time. However, when divinity takes strongly to the ill treatment, it begins by ear blocking the man with hubris or bloated ego like the biblical Pharaoh, such that instead of treating his response to the divine drumbeat, he forges ahead with swagger, especially when goaded and by sycophants who service their stomach infrastructure by perching on him. Let the polygamist, hearing after the president, delete the hatred from his subconscious, free himself from the grip therefore, and make a good husband and father with equity to the nation. Twitter ban or suspension is not Nigerians' problem as it is. What Nigerians need today are security, good governance, and food, and good economy. They should not use Twitter face-off to divert attention because things are not working as it's supposed to be. Buhari's Biafra Twitter war was misguided and mischievous. Now, who invited armed Fulani from Sahel region into Nigeria to kill other indigenous ethnic Nigerians and grab their ancestral lands? Today, all over 36 states, the Fulani murderers have taken over their farmlands and villages. Buhari has Fulanized the Nigerian government and the security forces. APC-led government presided over by Buhari is a failure in every fair judgment. Infrastructure, human development, rule of law, international relations, job, employment, job security, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and just recently freedom of information. Most of the officials are hypocrites who decide to tell the president the lies to intoxicate him. The president doesn't want any opposition to keep their juicy offices. They prefer to play along with him. Buhari and his government are the problems of Nigeria. Dear Nigerians, a leader ought to be ready to be the most abused person in his constituency. Christ experienced that, and same with the clergy and clerics of our time. According to Thomas Jefferson, better have a press without government than government without press. Well, this article has said it all. The government of Buhari, I would say, has been misguided and also been misinterpreted. Like we used to say that why would a president or a leader of a country never addresses any issue in the country? And the height of it is the insecurity, which is the security challenges we've been facing in Nigeria. As a nation that has no peace, that everybody lives in fear. You can't sleep with your two eyes closed in Nigeria. Better you open one eye and close that second eye. How can you sleep peacefully? So many people have been faulting the administration of Buhari that it has, endangered so many lives. So many people have been killed through this, devilish Fulani herdsmen. The Boko Haram menace is still there. The banditry is there. Kidnapping has become a business in the northern part of the country, and Buhari will never accept that he has failed. Nigeria is a failed state. Well, from just one comment before I leave, well, these are grounds for impeachment for what the article has just said, and from all indications says it's a ground for impeachment. If Nigeria was a country that knows its union, it regards people in Niger Republic than our brother and sister in Benue, the country is doomed and sold out to the foreigners. Like Buhari would say, the Fulani that are perpetrating evil, that are killing people, are not Nigerian Fulani. He says they are the foreign Fulani, and he has nothing to say about it. He has no judgment for it. Instead, he's going about, sending army to go and attack the indigenous people of Biafra just because they are self-determinant. What is your take on this? How do you see this tyranny, or how do you see this autocratic, president? How do you see Buhari as a person? Well, you can share your thoughts.